enjoying my time in line, which who does that? Because lines are miserable, but not when you're eating some In-N-Out burger, okay? So today is about what it's like to be in the flow. So if you haven't watched the last video, I basically talk about segment intending, which is a law of attraction term, which basically means manifesting. And I had a day where I was in the flow the whole day, and I was able to manifest on the spot. And I know there are a lot of videos out there that talk about it, but it took me some practice to get to the point where my resistance was low enough to be able to just, in the moment, from moment to moment, set intentions and have them manifest right before my eyes. Let me tell you what happened. So I recently manifested my dream apartment. And this day I had quite a few errands to do. And my first stop was Goodwill. I had been doing quite a bit of purging, and this was one of many trips to Goodwill. And when I get there, as soon as I get out of the car, the guy who works for Goodwill goes, "I'm sorry, ma'am, we're not taking any more donations." And I'm like, oh, okay. And I mean, I had really wanted to get these things donated, get them off my hands, because when you're purging, you just want to get that stuff out of your sight. So I was a little bit disappointed, but no resistance. I rolled with the punches, and I got back in my car, and I then started to plan my next steps. So I knew I had to recycle my toxic waste, which was way out at UCLA, on the UCLA campus. And so I literally was kind of in my phone mapping out how to get there. As I'm doing that, it takes me I spent like 5-10 minutes sitting in my car just kind of mapping my next steps. And so when I was finished, I pulled out of the parking space, and as I'm about to drive off, I noticed that the Goodwill guy is out there with a bin, and people are bringing in donations. So I rolled down my window and I said, "Are you taking donations right now?" And he says, "Yeah, but only the hard stuff." And I was like, well, that's all I have. I had a suitcase, I had a lamp, maybe something else like a basket, I don't know. And I was like, it's perfect. Like, what are we doing here? I mean, it was just really crazy. I get rid of my stuff, done, right? Crazy. But I just love how it was a moment where, I could have just, when he told me there's no donations, I could have just left immediately, and then hadn't sat there long enough to actually see that he was still taking donations, and the exact donation that I had to give. I didn't have any soft stuff, which is basically like clothes and books and stuff. I digress. So once that was done, off I go to UCLA. So I'm on the way there, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm starting to get hungry, And when I went before, I remember seeing this line of cars that was taking up a whole lane of traffic, right? And it was going into this location. And it was such a long line. I was like, wow, those people, like, what is that line for? And later on, I figured out that it was In-N-Out Burger. And I was thinking to myself, wow, I hadn't had In-N-Out Burger for literally, it's been years. And I just thought about how good that would taste, like, monkey style. I don't know if you guys order monkey style. I was like all about it. I was like, wow. So here I am. This is a week after that revelation, and I'm driving to UCLA, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, I'm kind of getting hungry, and I have so many things lined up. I'm going to need to eat. And so I drive up to UCLA, and I get to that intersection, that lane, and I'm sitting in my lane thinking, oh, I'm probably going to have to move over. But then I was like, wait a minute, this is the perfect opportunity. You're hungry. Here's the line to In-N-Out. It's stretching around the corner, but the light is keeping the cars on that corner from going forward. And it's in my lane. And all of a sudden, the light is green. So I just insert myself into the line and boom, I'm in. And it was fantastic because the person on the corner, they couldn't gripe because they were on a red light. So I got in and I didn't have to get to the end of that line. And so I'm in like sin. So I get up, eventually get in to take my order. And the woman says something that I'm not familiar with. She's like, do you want to take this to go in a, I think she called it a crate, I don't know, or in a bag? And I'm thinking, what? What does that mean? And I'm thinking, well, of course I'm taking it to go, but something was telling, my curiosity was on that crate or the box or whatever. And she says, are you going to eat it here in your car or are you going to take it to go? And I thought, well, I'm not eating it here because I got places to go. But something told me, get it in the crate box, whatever she called it. So I get it, pay for my food, get my box. It's an open box of food, set it on the seat next to me. And I just go, well, it'll be safe until I get where I can eat it. So I go on up to UCLA, which is just like a mile away. And I take this shortcut into the line thinking, you know, the line's going to be short because the other times that I had gone, it was like during the week when there was no line. Well, today is Saturday. And so I encountered this woman who tells me, ma'am, the line goes way around the corner. And she goes, you know, it's closing soon. I hope you get in. And I thought, oh, I go, well, okay, well, thanks. Thanks for the well wishes. And head to the end of the line, which is pretty far. And then it occurs to me why I got my meal in an open box. Because I got to sit in this long line before I can recycle my stuff. And I was like, wow, this is perfect. It's perfect. So I'm eating my burger, my fries, enjoying my time in line, which who does that? Because lines are miserable, but not when you're eating some In-N-Out burger, okay? So by the time I finish my burger, I'm next in line to recycle my waste. And I get up there, and because I'm in such a good mood, because everything so far has been working out fantastically, surprising, yet fantastically, and I'm in a great mood. The people at the waste removal were in a great mood. It was just a fun transaction, which is so ridiculous to say because we're recycling toxic waste. How funny. So, but it feels good to purge, to get stuff out of your way. So once that was done, I had another errand to run. And then I knew at some point I had to recycle my microwave. And the thing with the story with the microwave is, I was recycling it at Best Buy. They have a rule. If you recycle your microwave, you have to pay $100. $100 to recycle something, right? It seems kind of outrageous. But if you purchase a microwave and recycle it, then you only pay like $25. So I was like, I want that deal because I need a new microwave and I need to recycle this. So I bought a new microwave, but when they delivered it, I wasn't here. So now I'm thinking, oh God, I'm going to be stuck paying some price. So I figure I'm just going to take it anyway. I got to get rid of this old microwave. And it's a behemoth, right? So I struggle, but get this behemoth of a microwave into my car. And as I'm driving to the Best Buy, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I got it in my car, but how am I going to get it up into Best Buy? And with all the lines and stuff, you know, that we've been waiting. And I was just like, I don't know how this is going to happen. And all of a sudden, this light bulb went off, and I hear a voice that says, you're going to get a basket. And I'm like, that's right. I just go along with the thought. I go, that's right. I'm going to get a basket. So, and I kind of giggled to myself. On the way to Best Buy, I get to Best Buy, and it's in this big shopping center. There's other big stores in there. And it's a big underground parking. So I go in underground and I'm thinking, I don't know how I'm going to get a basket, but it's going to happen. And as I'm pulling in, I'm going past all these parking spaces and I want to get close to Best Buy. So I turn this corner, I pull up, and as I'm pulling into the space, what do I see? A freaking basket. It was like unbelievable. And I literally laughed out loud to myself. I LOL'd myself, right? And I was like, oh my God, this is brilliant. And the only thing was, it was a Target basket. And so I'm thinking, Target basket, bringing it into Best Buy, I don't care. if it's gonna carry this heavy freaking microwave, I'm gonna do it. So I pull the basket up, somehow, maneuver the microwave into the basket, clang, and find an elevator, and I go up to Best Buy. Sure enough, there's a line to get in. Thank God I had this basket. There's a line to get into the store, which takes about 10 minutes. Then once I'm in the store, then I'm in another line just to get to the customer service. It was ridiculous. But by the time I finally got up to the counter, and the guy goes, "What can I help you with, ma'am?" And I'm thinking to myself, oh God, I have to explain that I'm not just recycling this. I don't want to pay $100. So I go, I'm recycling this microwave. I bought a microwave, but I wasn't there to do the exchange. And, and he was like, okay, ma'am, we'll take it from here. And I was like, oh, is that it? And he goes, yes, ma'am. And I go, wait, and you'll take the basket too? Because I'm thinking it's Target basket inside of Best Buy. He goes, yeah, ma'am, we'll take the basket too. And I was like, okay. And I literally shot out of there because I I just thought, what if he might be like, wait, you gotta pay. And I don't know. It was just like, I was stunned. And I said, thank you. And I shot out of there. And I just laughed to myself. When I got outside, I was like, Dina, what are you running for? Like, this is how it was meant to be. And it was just so amazing. Like, literally, the whole day had been like this. It was just like one thing after another. And what I found miraculous was that in the moment, I could just think a thought, literally launch a desire, and it just would happen. It was unbelievable. It was fantastic, and it felt amazing. It was just like this warm feeling in my gut the whole day long. And that's really what manifestation is about. But like anything, it takes practice. It takes practice to get in that zone, to get comfortable enough with manifestation that you can release all resistance, that you can just let go of that need to manage every single step. Because trust me, the universe, God, whatever you call it, your higher self, they know the best and shortest way to get it to you, and in ways that you could never imagine, you could never make sense of. So that was fun, and I hope the same for you. So be sure to keep watching this channel. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below, because every month I am giving away a free 30-minute manifestation coaching session. So you could be one of those lucky people that gets to work with me. I will put my focus on you and what your desires are, and we will try to move them forward. I want you to have success just as much as I'm having success. And also stay tuned for the next video, where I'm going to talk about another success story, but with a little twist on it. This was a manifestation done on me. So if you've ever wondered about manifestation versus manipulation, what it feels like to have that enacted upon you. So you're definitely going to want to watch that video. It's going to be pretty funny and interesting. And I'll see you next time.